Mars, our rusty red neighbor, holds the promise of becoming a second home for humanity, but it's a cold, arid world with a thin atmosphere. To make it habitable, we need to warm it up, create a breathable atmosphere, and find water, the essential ingredients for life as we know it. One way to warm Mars is by releasing greenhouse gases into its atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, raising the planet's temperature. Melting the polar ice caps, which contain frozen carbon dioxide and water, could amplify this greenhouse effect, releasing even more gases into the atmosphere. Another option is to use giant orbital mirrors to reflect more sunlight onto the Martian surface, directly increasing its temperature. With Mars warmer, we could then focus on creating an oxygen-rich atmosphere. This could be achieved by introducing specially engineered microorganisms that consume carbon dioxide and release oxygen as a byproduct. Over time, these microscopic terraformers could transform the Martian atmosphere into one we can breathe. Finally, we need to find a sustainable source of water. Evidence suggests that Mars may harbor vast reserves of water ice beneath its surface. Accessing and melting this ice could provide ample water for drinking, irrigation, and other essential needs. Venus, our other planetary neighbor, presents a different challenge. This scorching world possesses a thick, toxic atmosphere and a runaway greenhouse effect that traps heat, making it the hottest planet in our solar system. Terraforming Venus requires us to cool it down, remove its poisonous atmosphere, and find a way to manage its intense atmospheric pressure. To combat Venus's extreme heat, we could deploy giant solar reflectors to deflect sunlight away from the planet, effectively reducing the amount of solar energy it absorbs. This would gradually lower the planet's temperature over time. Next, we need to address Venus's thick atmosphere, which is composed primarily of carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas. One solution is to introduce genetically engineered microbes that can convert carbon dioxide into other, less harmful compounds. Alternatively, we could employ large-scale chemical processes to capture and sequester the excess carbon dioxide, similar to carbon capture technologies being developed on Earth. Finally, we need to find a way to regulate Venus's atmospheric pressure, which is about 90 times greater than Earth's. This could involve ambitious geoengineering projects, such as creating artificial magnetic fields to protect the atmosphere from being stripped away by solar wind, or even removing some of the atmosphere entirely through carefully controlled processes. And new frontiers to explore. Humanity's next giant leap, a multiplanetary future. Becoming a multiplanetary species is no longer the stuff of science fiction, but a real possibility within our grasp. By terraforming Mars and Venus, we could create new homes for humanity, ensuring our survival in the face of potential threats to Earth, such as asteroid impacts or catastrophic climate change. Expanding beyond Earth would also foster innovation, pushing the boundaries of science and technology as we develop new ways to live and thrive in challenging environments. It would ignite our imaginations, inspiring future generations to reach for the stars. A multiplanetary civilization would also mark a profound shift in our perspective. We would no longer be confined to a single world, but would instead become citizens of the solar system, free to explore and inhabit multiple planets. This expansion could be a stepping stone to even grander ambitions, such as venturing beyond our solar system and reaching for the stars. Which world awaits? Imagine a future where humanity has successfully terraformed both Mars and Venus, two new worlds, each offering a unique environment and a new chapter in human history. Would you choose to live on a revitalized Mars, walking beneath a clear blue sky and gazing up at a familiar but smaller sun? Or would you prefer the challenge and adventure of a terraformed Venus, living in floating cities above its transformed landscape, with its slower rotation and perpetual twilight? The choice, one day, may be ours to make. The future of humanity lies in our ability to dream big, to push the boundaries of what's possible, and to boldly go where no one has gone before.